My students, last class we were completed the problems up to 2.11. The next one is 2.12 question. Let us see the question. State the Henry's law and mention some of its important applications. First, you see the what is Henry's law. Statement of Henry's law. Henry's law. So what is the Henry's law statement? Already completed. Let us see the definition. The pressure of the gas in the vapor phase is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Pressure of the gas in the vapor phase is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in the solution. That is called Henry's law statement. So according to the definition, what I told, pressure of gas in vapor phase is directly proportional to the mole fraction of gas. Mole fraction of gas in the solution. So that is about the Henry's law statement. Based on that statement, partial pressure of the gas is directly proportional to the mole fraction of gas except. Here Pa is equal to remove the proportional, we have to take constant, that is the KH. KH is a Henry's law constant and xi. So this is Henry's law statement. So according to the Henry's law statement, the pressure of the gas in vapor phase increase, the mole fraction of the gas in the solution is increases. So that is about the statement of Henry's law. Then next one is its applications. So already I told applications. So here first one application is to prepare the cool drinks and alcohol beverages or beer like that cold liquid materials. So the type of the cool drinks or alcohol beverages or beers are prepared. So at a high pressure the bottle is sealed with lid. So because of at high pressure what happens, the partial pair of the carbon dioxide and the liquid is increases. Then more amount of carbon dioxide is. For example, this is one glass bottle, okay, soda bottle. So here the bottle is sealed with high pressure. So at high pressure what happens here? So this is liquid. Here carbon dioxide gas they are taken. So at high pressure they are sending the carbon dioxide gas. After that at high pressure it is sealed with lid. So because of the surface of the liquid, carbon dioxide partial pair what happens increase. Whenever the partial pair of carbon dioxide increase on surface of liquid, so it is what happens dissolved in that liquid. Again after open the lid or open the bottle, then what happens? The surface of the liquid, partial pair of carbon dioxide what happens decrease. Then the dissolution of carbon dioxide also in that liquid is what happens decrease. So means if pressure is increases, the more amount of the carbon dioxide dissolved in the liquid. If you after open the bottle, again partial pair of carbon dioxide on surface of the liquid decrease. Again the dissolved CO2 is bubbled out from the liquid. So that is about the first one application. Then second one application is application number 2. So the peoples living in the higher altitude. So this is the higher altitude mountains. So in these areas the peoples are living in this higher altitude. Their partial pair of the oxygen is what happens? Partial pair of the air is decrease. Okay. Whenever the partial pair decreases, so these peoples are breathe the less concentration of the oxygen. The peoples are breathe the less concentration of the oxygen because of at higher altitude partial pair of oxygen what happens decrease. Partial pair of air decreases. That's why the less concentration of CO2 the less concentration of oxygen is dissolved in their blood. Whenever the less concentration of the oxygen dissolved in the blood, it causes that peoples are becomes weak or unable to think. So the type of the condition is called or the type of disease is called anoxia. What is that? Anoxia. Because of your partial pair increases, more amount of oxygen is dissolved in our blood. If partial pyrite decreases, less amount of oxygen dissolved in our blood. Whenever the less amount of oxygen dissolved in our blood, the type of the peoples become weakness or and also they are unable to think properly. The type of the condition called anoxia. Okay, that is one of the application. Then last one more application. For example, this is the sea. The scuba divers or sea divers are the swims in the depth of the seas. Okay, whenever the scuba divers are going to the depth of the sea, their partial pair of the pressure is increases at the depth of the sea. Whenever the pressure increases, the peoples they take in the cylinder. So generally the cylinder containing air, oxygen and nitrogen. Okay, at high pressure what happens? More amount of both oxygen and nitrogen both are dissolved in our blood. But oxygen dissolved in the blood to form oxyhemoglobin, that is supplied to the oxygen supplied to the cells. So that is used for the metabolic activities. But what about the nitrogen? Nitrogen is also dissolved in our blood. Okay, but that person is when it comes to the atmospheric pressure or surface of the water. So the dissolved nitrogen is removed in the like a bubbles. The dissolved nitrogen is removed in the form of bubbles. So due to the formation of that bubbles and the bubbled out of the nitrogen gas from the blood, it causes nervous impulse. Okay, so the type of the disease is called bends. The type of disease is called bends. So to avoid that problem, the scuba divers using the cylinder is diluted with oxygen and nitrogen and also helium. Okay, whenever the air is diluted with helium, the dissolution of the nitrogen in the blood what happen decrease. Okay, so whenever the dissolution of nitrogen in the blood decreases, the bubbles are not formed. So to avoid this bend-like diseases, here helium is 11.7% and oxygen is 32.1%. and nitrogen is 56.2% nitrogen. So this is about the percentage of helium, oxygen, nitrogen in this cylinders used by the scuba divers. So this is about the three applications of Henry's law. So this is very important question. So many times came in the examination. There is a 2.1. Next 2.13. Let us see the question number 2.13 in the solution chapter. The partial pressure of the ethane over the saturated solution containing 6.56 into 10 power minus 2 gram of ethane. So they given a mass of ethane in the saturated solution. At pressure is 1 bar pressure. If solution containing 5 into 10 power minus 2 gram of ethane. So this is normal mass of the ethane is solution under pressure. If solution containing M, that means 5 into 10 power minus 2 gram of ethane, then what shall be the partial pressure of the gas? Then what is the partial pressure of the gas? That is the question. Okay? Let us see this question is solved by using the Henry's law. Okay, na? Formula. Then what is Henry's law formula? So Henry's law have two formulas. Formula number 1 is partial pressure is equal to Kh into Xia. Second one formula, mass of the gas dissolved in the liquid is directly proportional to the partial pressure of the gas present in equilibrium with that liquid. So that is about the second one formula. So Kh is Henry's law constant. Okay. So here P is the partial pressure, M is mass. So in this question you have to use second one formula. So based on the second one formula, mass is equal to Kh into P. First, by using this formula, we have to find out Kh value. Why? Their mass what they give? 6.56 into 10 power minus 2 gram. Next, Kh into pressure 1 bar pressure. Therefore, Kh, Henry's law constant Kh is equal to what happened? 6.56 into 10 power minus 2 gram per 1 bar. That is equal to 6.56 into 10 power minus 2 gram bar inverse. Okay? So that is again Henry's law constant. Then second time same formula we have to use again. M is equal to Kh into P. Here M means second mass. What is the second mass? 5 into or 5.00 means 5 into 10 power minus 2 gram K equal to KH means already we find out 6.56 into 10 power minus 2 gram bar inverse into P. So here we have to find out partial pair na. Then P is equal to partial pair P equal to what do you know 5 into 10 power minus 2 gram divided by 6.56 into 10 power minus 2 gramu bar inverse. Grams to grams close. 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 2 cancel. 5 by 6.56. Its value is 0.762. Bar inverse becomes 2 bar. So this is the partial pair of the gas when the mass of the solution containing 5 mass of the ethane is in the solution is 5 into 10 power minus 2 gram. Rather is 0.762 pressure. So this is about the second one problem. Let us see the next one question 2.14. This is very important question. So many times came in the final examination. What is meant by the positive and negative deviation from the Raoult's law? And how is the sign of the delta H of solution related to the positive and negative deviation from the Raoult's law? So to understand this question, first of all we have to separate the positive deviation and negative deviation. So this is the positive deviation from Raoult's law. Raoult's law. This is the negative deviation from Raoult's law. Okay, what is the positive deviation, what is negative deviation? We have to know about the definition first. Point number 1, very important question on this one. Point number 1, what is positive deviation? First, positive negative deviations are exhibited by the non-ideal solutions. Non-ideal solutions. Idea, what is meant by ideal solution? The solutions which obeys the Raoult's law under the all condition. The type of the solution is ideal solution. Solution which does not obey the Raoult's law under all conditions. The type of the solution is non-ideal solution. Solution which obeys the Raoult's law is called ideal solution. Solution which does not obey the Raoult's law under all conditions is called non-ideal solution. Again, non-ideal solution is two types: positive deviation from Raoult's law and negative deviation from the Raoult's law. What is positive deviation from the Raoult's law? The total vapor pair of the solution is greater than that of ideal solution of same composition. Total vapor pair of the solution is greater than that of ideal solution of same composition. The type of the solution is said to be positive deviation from the Raoult's law. What is negative deviation? Total vapor pair of the solution is less than that of ideal solutions of same composition. Total vapor pair of the solution is less than that of ideal solution of same composition. The type of the solution is said to be negative deviation from the Raoult's law. Once see the definition, the total vapor pair of solution is greater than that of ideal solution of same composition. Ideal solution of same composition. Total vapor pair of the solution is greater than that of ideal solution of same composition. This type of the solution is said to be positive deviation from the Raoult's law. What is the negative deviation? The total vapor pair of solution is less than that of ideal solution of same composition. Ideal solution of same composition. The type of the solution is said to be negative deviation from the Raoult's law. Just to second one difference. Here total vapor power of solution greater than that of ideal solution of same composition. That means PA is greater than P naught A xi A. PB is greater than P naught B xi B. Then total pressure is greater than P naught A xi A plus P naught B xi B. Like that here also the partial power of A is less than P naught A xi A because of your total vapor power of solution is less than that of ideal behavior. Then PB is equal to PB is less than P naught B xi B. Therefore total pressure is less than that of ideal solution of same composition P naught B xi B. So this is about the second one difference. Then third one difference for the positive deviation of the solution in which intermolecular attractions are less. Whenever the intermolecular attractions less, the enthalpy, the volume of the change in volume of the solution is what happen? Positive. So delta H of the solution, so delta V of the solution is positive. Positive means due to the repulsion forces, means attraction forces is less, repulsion force more. Whenever the repulsion force is more, the total volume of the solution after mixing liquid, its change in volume what happen? Increase. That's why positive. So this type of the solution enthalpy what happen? Change in enthalpy also positive because of it shows the positive deviation because of repulsion force more na. The change in enthalpy of the solution is positive because of the mixing of the two solution is endothermic process. That's why the enthalpy of the solution is positive. Like that here also third one point, the volume of the solution mixture is negative because of your attraction forces are more predominant. Delta V change in volume of solution is negative, and same time due to the attraction force more means the enthalpy of solution is exothermic process, so delta H also negative. Okay, so this is the three differences. And the last fourth one difference, what is the common example for positive deviation? Positive deviation common example acetone plus benzene. It shows the positive deviation. Here common example is carbon tetrachloride plus diethyl ether or H2O plus HCl. H2O plus HCl. Second example is H2O plus HCl. That is also shows the negative deviation. Okay na? So this it is that mixture is positive deviation. Another one example H2O plus alcohol, ethyl alcohol or ethanol. That mixture also shows the positive deviation. This mixture shows the negative deviation. So this is about the positive deviation, negative deviation, the difference. Very very important for the final exam, board examination. Very important question. So this is about the question number 14. Next question number 15. Let us see the question number 15. The aqueous solution of 2% non-volatile solute except a pressure is 1.044 bar at normal boiling point of the solvent. Normal boiling point of what is molecular mass of the solute? So in this question, first what is 2% non-volatile solute? In case if they given this type of the problem, percentage of non-volatile solute, from this point we can find out the weight of solute. Why? How to find out weight of solute? 2% means 2 gram of non-volatile solute present in 100 grams of solution. Okay, so that means the weight of the solute is 2 gram. Then weight of solvent means solution, the weight of the solute is subtract from the weight of the solution, then we get weight of solvent. weight of solvent means solution weight minus solute weight. 100 minus 2 what happened? 98 gram is solvent. Then total 2 plus 98 total 100 gram. That is solution 100 gram. In this 100 gram solution, solvent weight 98, solute weight 2 grams. Okay. Then next one is weight of solvent complete. Here solvent means aqueous solution, that is means water. Sorry, H2O water. Then gram molecular weight of solvent is 18 grams. Means water H2O na aqueous solution. So it is weight is 18 grams. Gram molecular weight is 18 grams. Then next one is what they going here? Pressure of the gas at normal boiling point. Here pressure of the solution. Pressure of solution contain non-volatile solution. Pressure of solution at normal boiling point of solvent is 1.004 bar. So this is pressure of the solution. But pressure of pure solvent. So pressure of the solution at normal boiling point of solvent is this one. Pressure of pure solvent at 1 atmosphere pressure is 1.013 bar. So this is a standard value. Standard at a standard atmosphere, 1 atmosphere change it to the bar 1.013 bar equal. So that is standard pressure 1.013 bar pressure. Then next one is by using this value we have to find out the mass of the molecular mass of the solvent. Here weight of the solvent they gave. We have to find out the gram molecular weight of solute. Weight of solute they give now. We have to find out the gram molecular weight of solute. We have to find out. Then formula P0 minus PS divided by P0 is equal to formula W1 by M1 into M2 by W2. Why we are taking this one formula? Here one more formula also there, this type of formula. What is that? Another one formula P0 minus PS divided by P0 is equal to N1 divided by N1 plus N2. Why we are taking this one formula? Why don't we taking this one formula? Means this formula is applicable to the very dilute solution. Means compare it to the solvent number of moles, solute number of moles is very less. Understood? So compare it to the solvent number of moles, solute number of moles very less. Then only we are taking the because of it is dilute solution. Solvent is 98, solute 2 grams. That is very dilute solutions. That's why I am taking this one formula. For very dilute solution, this one formula. If solution having the more amount of the solute, the type of the condition we have to use this one formula. Means compare it to the number of moles of the solvent, solute number of moles is little bit decrease, then only we have to use this one formula. Compare it to the number of moles of the solvent, solute number of moles very less, then only use this one formula. So that's it. We have to use this one formula, second one formula. Okay. Then see this is formula. To substitute that values in this formula. And see here P0 minus means here what is P0 value? P0 means vapor pressure of the pure solvent. Pure solvent means 1.013 bar minus PS means vapor pressure of the solution 1.004 bar divided by P0 1.013 bar is equal to weight of the solute 2 gram, molecular weight we don't know, into molecular weight of the solvent 18, weight of the solvent 98 grams. Then next one from this formula 1.013 bar minus 1.004 bar, its value is that difference value is 0.009 bar divided by 1.013 bar is equal to 2 by M1 into 18 by 98. Then the M1 value is equal to the 1.013 bar into 2 grams into 18 grams divided by 0.009 bar into 98 grams. Okay, here grams cancel. Then we calculate here bars also cancel. To calculate this value, then molecular mass of the solute is 41.35 gram per mole inverse. 41.35 gram mole inverse because of gram molecular mass, so gram per mole inverse. So this is about the question number 15. Next question number 16. Then let us see the question number 2.16. Heptane and octane. This is also very important question. Heptane and octane from the ideal solution at 373 Kelvin. The vapor pair of the two liquids. So here vapor pair of the heptane, vapor pair of the octane. This is heptane, this is octane. What will be the vapor pair of the mixture of 26 gram of heptane, 35 grams of the octane? So in this one problem, first what is heptane formula? Heptane means C7H16. Its molecular weight is 100 grams. Next to octane. Octane formula C8H18. Its formula is 11. Molecular weight is 114 grams. The next one is weight of heptane is 26 grams. Weight of octane is 35 grams. Therefore, number of moles of heptane is weight by gram molecular weight. 26 divided by 100, 0.26 moles. Here, number of moles of octane is 35 divided by 114 grams. Its value is 0.31 moles. Okay. So that is the number of moles of heptane and number of moles of octane. Let us see the next one is total number of moles. Total number of moles means 0.26, 0.31, 7, 5.7. So this is the total number of moles. So this is total number of moles. Its value is. The next one is mole fraction of heptane. Mole fraction of heptane means number of moles of heptane by total number of moles. 0.26 divided by 0.26 plus 0.31 means its value is 0.26 divided by 0.57. Its value is 0.456 value. Its value. Like that, mole fraction of octane is octane also. Number of moles of octane 0.31, 0.26 plus 0.31. Its value is 0.31 divided by 0.57. Okay. So here mole fraction of octane also. Octane 0.544 will come. That is the mole fraction of what is that? Octane. But question what they can know, what will be vapor pair of the mixture? First, what is partial pair of the heptane is equal to mole fraction of heptane into its vapor pair P0. Then mole fraction of partial pair of heptane is pH is equal to mole fraction means 0.456 into PA, P0 value of heptane, what is that? 105.2 kilopascal. Okay, its value is to multiply these two values, then we get 47.97 kilopascal. That is partial pair of heptane. Like that, partial pair of octane is also mole fraction of octane into P0 value. Mole fraction of octane 0.544. Okay, into partial vapor power of the pure octane is 46.8 kilopascal. Then what will get a P naught value? To multiply these two values, then we get a 25.46 kilopascal. So this is partial pair of octane, partial pair of heptane. This one is partial pair of heptane. This one is partial pair of octane. But question what will be the vapor pair of the mixture? Means after adding these two, means 47.97 plus 25.43. That is the next one point. Total vapor pair is equal to partial pair of heptane plus partial pair of octane. That is the total vapor pair. Then total vapor pair is equal to 47.97 plus 25.46. Then answer is total vapor pair is equal to 73.43 kilopascal. So this is about the total vapor pair of the mixture. Okay, 73.40. So this is about the answer. So this is one of the important questions. Remaining questions tomorrow class I will explain.